During Spooktober, I took a crack at what I think Dark Digivolutions might look like for the Digimon Adventure partners if they got into a similar situation as Tai's Agumon and eventually Skull Greymon. And you guys made it clear you absolutely loved that video concept. And as such, I'm not ready to stop talking about Dark Evolutions just yet, but would like to put a pin in Digimon Adventure just for now while I explore what the Dark Evolutions might look like for Digimon Tamers. What is up everybody, welcome back to another video. Make sure you like and subscribe or I'll steal your bones. And let's talk Tamers Dark Digivolutions. For the purposes of this video, I am once again basing these Dark Digivolutions on a specific moment or plot thread from an anime. That being, spoilers for Digimon Tamers, a show that is literally 2 decades old at this point, Takato's Guardromon becoming Monodramon due to Takato's rage in the wake of Leomon's death at the hands of Beelzemon. As such, I will be theorizing or fanficking ideas as to what each of the partners from Digimon Tamers' ultimate level Digimon might look like if it were to Dark Digivolve rather than its traditional evolution. And to make it more fun, I won't be defaulting to things like Black Mega Gargamon or Kuzuhamon, because Guardromon didn't just turn into Chaos Gallantmon, did he? Well, if you read the reference book, technically he kinda did, but shut up! I'm also not gonna give Impmon or Kalumon a Dark Digivolution because, well, Impmon is the evil that causes the rage for these hypothetical evos, and Kalumon is Digivolution in the Tamers universe. Plus Beelzemon's already a Mega and is kind of evil. It's not necessarily a Dark Digivolution, but you get what I'm going for here. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin with Terriermon/Rapidmon. I had some difficulty initially with Rapidmon. I didn't want to use Lopmon's Dark Evos, as Lopmon is also a Tamers partner, and I also felt any dog-like evil-looking Megas were a bit boring. Ultimately, I decided that as Monodramon becomes more animalistic/draconic, as opposed to the humanoid Gallantmon, it would make sense if Rapidmon, the armored dog Digimon's Dark Digivolution, led him down a much more armored cyborg route, and sent him down on all fours to reflect that. As such, I have chosen Renamon, a much underused Digimon that I think shares a ton of visual identity with Mega Gargamon, especially thanks to this edit by Morally Gary or Alltrade. Yeah, we've called in the artist on this one, everybody, which puts those dog missiles back in and gives his coloration more of the dark aesthetic we're looking for. This is definitely a more out there pick, but I really like this modified Renamon as a Terriermon or Rapidmon Dark Digivolution. Renamon also has ties to Justimon, so there's some Tamers stuff thrown in there with the lore too. And while we're talking about it anyway, because I feel it's pretty obvious and doesn't need much elaboration, is Susie's partner Lopmon, who of course originally was Antilamon the Deva, which would naturally have to Dark Digivolve to Cherubimon Vice. We could try and be clever here, but honestly I think Cherubimon just works so well, and if it happened in Tamers, it'd be another lovely nod to Willis and Digimon Adventure 02. Next up is the completion to the initial trifecta, and that is Renamon or eventually Taumon. I went all around the block with this one, from Lilithmon to Mervamon, which I liked because they felt like some sort of wheelhouse that Sequoiamon might also be in, but they just sort of felt evil/antagonistic rather than the surrendering to chaos and darkness that Monodramon is. Alltrade then suggested Golfmon, which I really liked, and probably would have gone with, but for the first time on one of these lists, we have got a totally original piece of art for one of these Dark Digivolutions. Again by Alltrade, check out their links in the description down below, and I adore this. It definitely does for Renamon's line what Monodramon does for Guilmon's, with this snarling dog beast tying in all the elements of the line from Cubimon to Taumon, and even this woman's face peering out from inside the beast's mouth to mimic Sequoiamon. This is because I suggested that Taumon's Dark Digivolution should be based on Okubi, the yokai that appears as a disembodied head of either a man or a woman with blackened teeth. Okubi is also a portent of impending disasters like volcanic eruptions, typhoons and such. This to me felt like the perfect flip side to the inspiration for Sequoiamon, Konohana no Sakuya Hime. That was probably wrong, but that's the best take. Who is the goddess of Mount Fuji and volcanoes. As such, I'd probably call this Dark Digivolution Okubimon. For Ryo's Cyberdramon, I didn't struggle at all. The entire story of Ryo in Tamers revolves around not allowing his Cyberdramon to give into its potential darkness. This is because at the end of the Wonderswan games, and I guess spoilers for them too, Ryo and his Monodramon defeat Ryo's true partner Zed Millenniummon, and it and Monodramon do a strange form of Jogress back into a Digi-Egg that would eventually hatch into the new Monodramon and eventually Cyberdramon, with Millenniumon data coursing through it. As such, naturally the bad end Dark Digivolution for Rio's new Monodramon / Cyberdramon would of course be a Zed Millenniumon. Jerry's Leomon is a bit of an outlier. We never saw it Digivolve past Champion, and also, you know, it's the whole reason that Monodramon happened when it got put on a t-shirt. But I didn't want to just keep throwing Digimon off this list if I didn't have to, so I am going to include Jerry's Leomon, especially because in the D-Power 3.0, Jerry's Leomon actually can Digivolve to Grap Leomon, a pretty standard ultimate for it. We could say in this AU, if you want to call it that Growlmon died instead, just to kind of make things a little bit easier. As such, for Grap Leomon's Dark Digivolution, I would choose something like Mad Leomon Final Mode. This is one of those Cross Wars Digimon that still hasn't been given a level, but it definitely is at least one level higher than regular Mad Leomon, which is a champion, if not 2 or more levels higher. Either way, a design like this I think would fit perfectly as a Leomon Dark Digivolution. Hell, even Mad Leomon would fit perfectly even though it's a champion. And I think would just look amazing in a scene similar to Monodраmon's appearance. Kazu is frankly a piece of piss. I'm really gloating in this video. Spooktober ended, birthday month began, and I'm like, I'm the best, you know what I mean? We know his Guardromon used to be an Andromon, and the best Metal Empire Mega, putting it out there, is Machinedramon. It would work incredibly well as a sort of robot Monodramon, and it would be really fun to see the other kids notice its different elements. Maybe even Dub Takato would point at it and go like, hey, it's got Metal Greymon's arm. I don't have much more to say. This is just perfection. Karn did it. He got through an entire video without using the wrong type of ultimate so far. How did he get such intense knowledge? How did he learn so many things? Maybe from today's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creators. Explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity. In classes in various categories such as photography, film and video, animation, and much more. This month I've been taking the Video on a Budget Prepare for Your Shoot Without Breaking the Bank class by Christopher Rhodes. It's been really great to know that I don't have to spend a ton of money to try and up the professionalism and have a little bit more fun making these videos. Skillshare is curated specifically for learning, meaning there are no ads and they're always launching new premium classes so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. And Skillshare's entire catalogue of classes now offers subtitles in Spanish, French, Portuguese, and Dutch. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare so you can start exploring your creativity today. I really do hope you all enjoy Skillshare. I highly recommend it. They've been super supportive of the channel and are a great learning resource. Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to past Karn. But Kenta's partner is a little harder, as MarineAngemon is already a Mega. I wouldn't want to de-digivolve it just for this list, only to evolve it again, so I don't know if we can even do anything for this one. Psych, bitch! We blast moding on these streets!
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang!
That's right, rather than a typical Dark Digivolution, I think a blast mode would be perfect for MarineAngemon. I rediscovered and talked about it in the video in the card that's on screen right now, and how perfect would MarineAngemon blast mode be for this situation. While never given any official art outside of its Digimon Axel sprites, we have wonderful fan artists like Akashic Anunnaki who can show us potentially what a Dark Evolution or blast mode MarineAngemon might look like. It would, I think, be terrifying to see this little cute Digimon transform into this Devimon adjacent look, especially if he got kinda ripped like this design by Akashic Anunnaki. And then finally there are a few loose ends for Digimon Tamers partners. Alice McCoy of course has a Dobemon, but their appearance is so brief and we never even got a V-Pet ultimate for Dobemon, so I really don't think there's any reason to Dark Digivolve it, but if you've got an idea let me know in the comments down below. And we also have Minami, who appeared in the Tamers movie Battle of Adventurers. Her partner is a Caesarmon, which becomes Cerberusmon, which is what Alice's Dobemon would probably become naturally, kinda nerfing my interest in giving Dobemon its own Dark Digivolution even further. And eventually it becomes Anubismon. As I said, I'm not really bothered about Dark Megas for either of these, but if I had to, I'd say Minami's Cerberusmon could Dark Digivolve to Plutomon, a common virus Mega for it. Well, that's my thoughts on Dark Digivolutions for almost all the Digimon Tamers partners. Let me know in the comments down below your ideas for Dark Digivolutions for all of these plus any others, and let me know which Digimon season you'd like me to tackle next. I will be doing Tamers partners swapped soon, no promise. I also want to get some artists involved to do 02 Dark Digivolution, so give me some time on that one. And if you want to come up with your own Dark Digivolutions for Tamers, you don't have to base it around the Guardromon situation like I did. There's no rules here. Let me know all of that in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and let's thank some channel members. Wow, we got a lot of new channel members during my birthday stream, so I'm going to thank all of them now. It's Future Karn, the amazing Sovereigns, Andrew Sobel and ZDK14. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, guys. It is an incredible gesture. Andrew and a bunch of other people got together to get me some amazing art for a new channel mascot for the channel, which we will be seeing soon in addition to Wraithmon. So thank you, Andrew, and thank you, ZDK, for the support. And thank you to Night 12 for becoming our first ever Dava, the first person to do the Dava tier. Normally people go to Digidestined or jump straight up to Sovereign, so thank you so much for being a Dava Knight. You're a real one. Thank you for supporting the channel all these months. And the Digidestined, including brand new Digidestined CG Lore, Metallic Pool, NQG420, Rule Lima, Triple D, Super Embro, Anthony Bontomasi, Reese Williams, Sad Uncle Callum, and Crimson Dragon Slayer. Thank you, Digidestined. And the Tamers, Super Janako Show YT, The Blessed Rain, Sam Mallow, Salmon Slayers, Seven Wolves Rule, Theo Navarro, Car Ghosty, Aaron Harpy, and Mike McNulty. Thank you, Tamers, and to everyone in the Karn Club for supporting the channel with your hard-earned money. It means the absolute world. And I'll see you next time when we go digital. Bye-bye.